13. This moment in time, what I need is the acknowledgement that you are indeed, in substance at least, who you ought to be seated before us. I repeat, are you Corpus 13?
The court is now in session.
Please nod your head if this is correct. Then let us proceed. Seated before you are 3 representatives from the United Planetary Grid. They sit in judgment of all the evidence presented here. They are, starting from your left, the representative of Wolf 359, Earth, and Mer 4. So understand this, Corpus 13. You have been accused of conduct unbecoming of an alien visitor to these worlds within this sector of the galaxy. As such, you will have no legal rights and no legal representation of any kind. If I think it necessary, I shall allow you to call a witness. We believe you have the ability to talk even though it has been 1 week since receiving your vocal implant. Am I correct? Any questions? Very well. I, and I alone, am the sole judge and final arbiter of these proceedings, and as such, you may address me as your worship or judge. Once I have reached final judgment, you will be allowed to appeal your sentence, should you be found guilty. In the meantime, I suggest you sit back, relax, and hear the evidence as presented to you. Do not interrupt and wait for any request to answer questions. Is that clear? Remember this, you are not alone, Corpus 13. I am in constant visual contact with you at all times. The large secure containment device is fail-safe and totally secure. A large green button on the floor beside you, to your left, is for emergency use only. Please do not touch it. A screen will appear before you to review any evidence we have in a visual format. It will be activated to present to you the facts as they are laid out in an order we perceive to be correct. Random accounts, images, will also be presented in order wherever possible. You have now established one mark of disrespect against you and will be recorded as a form of protest. It is a mark on an otherwise clear sheet in these proceedings. Let us proceed. We shall establish a presence in this sector of the galaxy over a period of years, that in fact, as a relative, an alien hosted within a mechanical body, you have indeed been here on 3 separate occasions. You see the image before you. This evidence in itself is of a moment of conscious awakening, of a life form within a constructed body known as a drone.
Do not be afraid.
Is that you on the operating table, Corpus 13?
I have given you the face of an angel.
Is that you, as the drone documented here? Of course not, because it is the drone known as Sin. It reads, with 100 times the skill of a brain surgeon, Core hastily assembles a male Unitron. But Cynthia was the first, as we will soon demonstrate. So I put it to you, Corpus 13, that it was you who were that first constructed male Unitron. Show the footage from the laboratory of Wolf 359. Wolf 359.
Good. Your magnetronic feedback has developed harmonic flux. A throb, much like the beat of a human heart. There are many things you must know in order to accomplish your task.
There is more. All the evidence we need to reveal that it was Core who was the evil genius responsible for these remarkable powers of creation. Gave you a mission to find Cynthia. A synthetic life form of Korn's design, after she mysteriously disappeared from spaceport, Wolf 359, unable to continue the search personally, Kor constructed a second unit to recover it, or if necessary, to destroy Cynthia. His purpose being to protect his prized creation, the Epigogic Synthetic Intelligence Net, SYN, that provided the brain and mind for his Unidrons, which did not exist until he, Kor, created it. Because should someone uncover Cynthia's true nature, and it became known that this technology exists, his plans would come to naught. In fact, it is not Kor, but the megalomaniac Zayton Pi, who is responsible for the construction of your body shape as we see it today. An indication that this is your second visit to our world, is it not? Combined with Kor's technology and the brilliant technique of Zayton Pi's industries, we are today confronted by many forms of human-like beings. Relatives, as they are commonly called, so lifelike you even find comfort in close contact with one another. Your participation in their powerful struggle will be established by introduction of my next section of footage, where Kor and Zayton Pi meet to discuss your potential. We have footage where they talk about you, so listen and remember, we have the means to record and access to all technologies.
We meet again, Zayton Pi. What's the emergency, Kor? Would you have come for anyone else but me? This is a miserable place. Neutral territory. Talk! We have so little in common. You always overstate the obvious. You have 1 minute. Oh, very well. It seems a relative loss. Speak up! Seems a relative of yours in the shape of Corpus 13.
Tell him about the 8 bodies I saw, Master.
7 bodies, Dwart.
No, there were only 6.
Oh, so you know.
It's my business to know. Control your demon.
There's a cold wind blowing, Zayton Pi.
Over the years, our galaxies have become playgrounds. Our weapons, trophies for display, but this relative, the one you speak of, Kor,
Corpus 13.
he is that one you speak of. His kind comes only once in a lifetime.
Then I will hunt him down.
No, I work alone.
An alliance might be worth your while.
I need nothing from you, Kor. Nothing.
Body parts? The odd human head, perhaps? I am a king, you know. You could benefit from an arrangement with me.
And whose head will be first, Master?
Oh, shut up. And stop Bouncing. Bouncing will not make the world right, Mr. Dwart.
Get control of your demon.
But Zayton Pie.
Leave him, Cole. And come with me. I have something to show you.
Master?
They refer to you as a cold wind. And I might add, it is not a very flattering description. These are words of condemnation. The talk is of death and of destruction and a disposal of evidence.
What am I looking at, Zayton Pie?
My pet dragon.
I hate dragons.
No, you need one of those, Cole.
Why would I need that? I hate dragons.
As an environmental gesture. Who wants dead bodies scattered all over the place?
Very well. I'll take 3.
Good. Don't insult me with that as payment, Cole.
It's more than that. It's a gift.
Gift.
It's what people do here.
This world has lost its way. The dream has ended.
You're a hard man to please.
I'll take your word on this deal. It's payment enough.
Sincerity from you, Zayton Pie, is like a black hole in a starfield, dangerous and demanding.
While cynicism from you, Cole, is like fleas on a dog, taken for granted.
Your own company pleases you too much.
There are times.
Or are you just bored?
I cherish women too much to become bored.
And I'll return to my demon's frivolous chatter, a pleasure to which I have become accustomed, as it has been to share your company, Zayton Pie.
A word to ponder on, Cole. Never forget the influence of the dead, and the living will respect you.
Surely you refer to Corpus 13.
I think not.
But he is of your own making.
He has a life of his own now.
You gave him that life.
I transformed him from a random frequency into a synthetic life form. Nothing more. That's what I do.
As do I, when I have the need. But my business is trivial and I don't want to bore you with the details.
I know your technology, Core. Your huge accomplishments.
I don't believe you do.
Oh, like the epigogic synthetic intelligence net, you have labeled SIN, a device you use to provide the brain and mind of your unitrons.
Remarkable. You know of my secret. We must even the score. Tell me something about yourself. What brings you to this world?
I will accommodate your curiosity on this occasion only.
I'm listening.
I'm here for one thing only. The building block of life only this planet can provide. This world which has the only supply. Do you know what it is?
You're testing me, Zayton Pie.
I am. But allow me this one transgression. Answer the question.
To save yourself from damnation.
No, but here's a clue. For the same reason my dragon feasts on blood.
You have no soul.
A good answer, but not specific enough. Try again.
The answer lies in this case, this suitcase.
Then show me the contents to prove you're right.
Some other time, perhaps.
Enough of this banter, Core.
Then you're not here to find the one. The one called the clone?
Go now. I feel deflated, emptied by temptation to divulge the one secret I've guarded with my life.
I respect the confidence you have shown in me. We shall meet again.
Now I will have to kill him.
These ruthless beings whose only desire is to gain the control of the population on Earth, a formidable life form. A dragon capable of anything. These two men, Satan Pi and Kor, are known by all to be sworn enemies, and yet they cooperate to build the perfect machine in you, Corpus 13. Why is that? You may answer.
I disagree.
You, Corpus 13, are the result of devious minds, an artificial life form hell-bent on personal gain at any cost. Does that assumption include your gain, Corpus 13? Answer the question. Then you are just the result of evil minds working together, someone else's problem. You are more than that even. You are the ultimate, and there are others like you. Killing machines, aren't you?
The prisoner is all yours.
Thank you. Sit down. Give me a minute to find the
What?
bar. Earth shuttle leaves in 3 minutes. That ridiculous hat. Take that hat off. Please pay attention. Take it off. I've got his prison record. What's your destination on Earth? I've got his prison record here.
And most surprising of all, emotionally capable of deep, sensual desire. You even bleed, and yet it seems you are capable of some compassion too. A worthy accomplishment. You carry the body to find help. Why? One would term it as an act of deep compassion. I would say not. You have the best teachers who are willing to enhance your lifestyle. I would imagine your ultimate goal being to be given a heart, perhaps. And in time, something more. But first you have a mission to accomplish, to find Cynthia. And you are not alone in that quest. I suggest your ultimate goal would be for the bright future here amongst simple beings like us. It would be madness to even consider it. Do you have the passion in the will to succeed, Corpus 13? Don't answer that. This footage taken from Mir 4 speaks for itself, I should think.
don't think I'll ever get used to the idea of time wasted on a meaningless existence. Ever noticed how it hurts when it's said out loud? The truth, that is, stares one back in the face. Values are another problem. I hear they get carried down from childhood. So how to convince them to forget knowing right from wrong? Most times there's always that little gem of false wisdom that creeps into the conversation around the time when the rut of deception sets in. They start to believe. Well, from then on it's train right to hell, and there's no getting used to that. I try desperately to avoid saying amen, though it puts an end to the memories of each and every deed I do. The sound of it irks me somewhat. Don't know what I can do about that. Now with prayers it's a different story. I believe they should be handled with great care, like there's a final message that comes with it. Each word becomes a block of stone placed squarely on the road to destiny. And believe me, once it's said, it's far too late to make a detour no matter what the future holds. If it's time for prayers, I'd say it only when all things are done and dusted. The phone call is the trigger. When it comes, the mind races like a fire through a galaxy of wild ideas, scorches the air and fills the soul with lust and deep desire. A curse, you might say, not only to a few. But no sooner are you over one and another call comes around, always surprised by the sweet hello. Now on the gentler question of guilt. What seems important for me is it's a slow starter and usually comes after the event. Sometimes it holds back shallow and lies deep amongst the memories only to pounce when you're least expecting it to. In a blur that sometimes wakes me nights and I hear their sweet voices again. Loud at first, then they simmer to a soft tinkle like a small silver bell. Not much volume, just the incessant noise. Then I know it's time to get a new friend. I like to spoil them, promise them things, promise to make them famous. Like I tell them, all they've got to do is let me feel their love. Now that word love, no matter which way one uses it, it gets me where I want to go every time. Mostly it's just to talk, to get their minds off what I got in mind for them and lead them on with sweet ideas. Tell them how pretty they are, and at no time at all they're listening to every word I have to say. The trick is to have control from the start, to occupy their thoughts. Like I'd say, you're going to be a star, baby. Some look up with surprise, others with a blank stare. But I know their minds are hard at work on what the hell I'm all about. Most women aren't half as complicated as you might think. Treat them gentle, and I always do. No point prolonging the agony once their minds are made up. Just give them what they want and be done with it. Sometimes they just watch with a beautiful smile, all innocent, and blink like they're somewhat confused while I get to work on them. I can tell when I have them beat by the catch in their breath. That very moment they get the point, and then there's no turning back. For an instant their soft eyes look at me deep and warm, aware of something, but don't know what. Then as the intention becomes clear, I whisper sweetly, "It's time." The climax comes in fits and jerks. Bodies slump at first, then the fight starts. Take a good hold and watch the life drain out of them. Then comes a sigh, and it's over. I double check again to be sure, make my way outside, feel the pressure inside my head, light a smoke, float into a dream. Well, that was easy, I hear myself say. There ought to be a law against it. Simple as that. When reality finally hits home, it's days later. Then the memories come back, rub hard against the desire to do it all again. So I do the right thing and face the horrible truth. About the time of my first visit to this world, I was told to go and find Cynthia and to destroy her and the chip in her brain. Ever since then, there's been that nagging question. Did I really have a choice to do what I do? Machines don't get to choose, I hear myself say. And then in a flash of insanity maybe, it came to me. I was aware that I am no damn machine. This is my choice. That's when reality slapped me square in the head, and it's been staring me in the face all this time. So I asked myself, how can a thought, so simple that it seems almost beyond comprehension, be such a beautiful concept? I have the power to make the choice myself, and the decision becomes mine as if I had ripped it from my soul. Here it is. All reason for living, each moment that passes, I become more than the sum of my parts. It was like watching a star grow in the palm of my hand. I had the power to make that choice. Now somewhat different in mind and spirit, apart from the dreams that is. I seek out those who wish to feel wanted again. So I go with the need to do what I have to do without becoming a slave to my conscience. I need only have the belief that has become such a consuming reality. I am not a machine. I know what I have. I have a soul, here, like this, in this place. As the slipknot of justice tightens around my neck, my mind wanders easy into a vast, darkened void. And now I am one and a champion in the light. I stand as hero to 1,000 galaxies, encouraged by all my desires and a wish and a single thought, to seek out, to find Cynthia before it's too late. Needless to say, I have no reason to confess this to those I stand before in judgment of my choice, so I'll leave them in their ignorance and early assessment of me far short of the truth. And what would Cynthia do in this world of temptations? Has it come to this world with its blue-cloaked atmosphere, this place of desire? How will she succeed to find something beautiful? I am here for one reason, to find the truth and to know the meaning of a life as a mortal man. Give me a reason to live and I'll give you a reason to die. This has become my spur to action. So where is her reason to live? The question is quiet, muffled by a fog of despair and deep desperation. These people show little respect for the stranger not of this world. Around them are the lessons of the past. Vanity has taken the place of angels. The impossible becomes divided and then doubled over in time. It turns to fear. This world has lost its voice. I am convinced. There is little justice here. No part of it for me. For her to cherish. She leads me on, out of the shackles, down into her world to face her uncertainty. And that look I've seen before, sad and lonely, hesitant, uncertain of what the future holds, haunts me. I can only whisper, I can make it better if you let me. You know what I mean? Then you're faced with the truth. You see the signs that dreams can come true right here. If ever you had the chance to dream, all that you hold dear takes second place. And then you get the taste of what you're after. Without it, you're lost. It's all we've got to do to hold on to our dreams.